Shri Matre Namaha. Generally, people used to understand life is short, make it smart. Because God has given us the valuable life. We should not waste it by the way of eating, sleeping, or enjoying the life. Life has its own choices of achieving some goals. God has given the life not only to enjoy, to emphasize more on your achieving goals. The purpose of our birth should be recognized by ourselves. For that, we have to create anything on our name. Life is short. People do not know that. Those who are sleeping at night, the posture is called shavam. Unless we get up in the morning, we can't say. If we get up, that is shivam. Between shavam and shivam, people used to think, I will do everything, I will see your end like this. Our end, we do not know our end, but we used to plan to see the end of others. You see? Every moment is not ours. All the time is not ours. Sometime is others also. So, life is short. Each and every moment we have to enjoy with precious thinking, positive thinking. We should not waste the time in negative ways, negative thinking. As you sow, so shall you reap. As we think positive, we will get the result positive. So we should motivate ourselves to come up in brightful future in the life, brightful features in our life, colorful features in our life. Everything is possible if we know life is short. We should not postpone. This moment is ours. We can't say next moment is ours. No, maybe others. Because yesterday is gone. Tomorrow it is not in our hand. Today, now, at this moment is ours. Let us use it for the purpose of our identity in proper positive way. Without knowing this, without understanding the essence of the life, people used to simply pass their life in various vices or unnecessary activities. They spend the time, they make it useless. Is it? Even animal beings are becoming useful for others' sake. Why don't we, as we are giving six senses by God, is it not? For that sake, we have to use our brain and train without any strain to get the gain without any pain. Otherwise, life will become in vain. So, what I mean, when we say life is short, what we have to do next? We have to make it a smart by the way of smart thinking, positive thinking, is it? Like this, broad thinking, wide range ideas, innovative ideas. Like these ways, we have to use our lifestyle in proper way. In this regard, we have to train our brain in various positive activities. Therefore, we have to first of all understand today is ours. Yesterday it is gone, tomorrow is not ours, today is ours. Let us use these hours as ours to make it proper useful. Let us bring into proper utility. So, basing on these things, Today I took the topic of life is short and make it smart. This is my interesting topic to discuss before you. Prayer. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanarbhavati bharata abhyuttanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham. When we woke up in the morning thinking about all the sadness in the world, is it? We are not sure why. Maybe it has something to do with the news. Maybe not. But what we have realized over the years are something very powerful and motivating. The plain and the simple truth is that life is short. We are here 1 minute, then gone the next. It's funny. We don't actually think about this much. Until tragedy strikes us, we don't give it a second thought. We never realize that life is short and it's meant to be lived. Instead, we are immersed in stress, anxiety, and fear. What fear? That's word that many of us live and die by. Not physically, but emotionally and mentally. Even financially, yes, sometimes even spiritually also. We are all victims of fear. We all conjure up these what if sceneries in our minds that drive us crazy. What are we so afraid of? Why are we deathly running in one direction when we should be embracing fear? This has nothing to do with you or me or anyone else. If it is pre-programmed into our minds, we are afraid of pain, all kinds of pain. So we try to embrace pleasure only. Tony Robbins often says that we will do more to avoid pain than we will to gain pleasure. We would do more to avoid rupees 25,000 being taken from us than going out there and earning an extra 25,000. But this fear of pain is ruining our lives. Life is too short to live this way. It could just be our last day on earth for all we know. We always hear about people being taken from this world too suddenly. Some calamity strikes and they are gone. Here one day and vanished the next. As if they were some memory. And when that happens, you realize that life is incredibly short. But after the pain and agony of that subsides, you realize something else. Life is meant to be lived. Don't wake up another day to live in fear. Embrace it. Love the fear. Move outside of your comfort zone and do things that you normally wouldn't do, because today could be the last day. We might not even know it. But if we don't enjoy the journey rather than worrying so much about the past or trying so hard to achieve something far into the future, then what is the point? Is it? Sure, there are things that we need to do. There are goals that we must achieve. If you don't tackle the fear, not only will you never achieve your goals at the highest level, but you will live a life so constricted by the mere thought of something that you will never extricate yourself from the confines of your own self-inflicted prison. For that, what we have to so we should embrace life. Considering that life is so short, we have to embrace it. When we say embrace it, we mean the fear. Ever get the feeling when we had been so afraid of doing something for so long, and then we successfully did it, that we suddenly become empowered by it? Something like public speaking or asking a girl out on a date. Fear is powerful. Most of us would rather live these complacent lives than to embrace and overcome our fears. But that's not enough. That does not work if we want to take life by the horns and really make something of it. When we live in fear, what happens? Everything becomes a large struggle because we are frightening so hard to move away from potential pain that we forget about what it means to live life itself. As an entrepreneur, we can tell us that we have often lived in fear in the past. It was not. We moved ourselves out of our comfort zone that we were able to take a bull by the proverbial horns. It was not easy, not at all. We were so used to living in fear for much of our life that we were shifted by it. But then something happened and we came to realize that life was too short to be paralyzed by fear. So we embraced life. We welcomed fear. In fact, we beckoned it. We started doing things that we were deathly afraid of doing. Some wonderful things to happen. We should find people who were ready and willing to help us. We began attracting the right things into our life. We are not just thinking about abundantly, we were acting it. Through the failures in life, we have learned a lot of great lessons. We have learned about the nature of people. We have learned about business, love, contribution, and most importantly, about persistence. So, if we were sitting there thinking that we are too afraid to embrace life after just realizing that life is incredibly short because some event has jarred us out of our thinking, here is what we should do right now. Everything that we are passionate about in life. When was the last time we stopped to write down what we are passionate about in life? No, not just thinking it in our mind. To actually write it down. There is a certain switch that happens when we write things down. It moves from the abstract into reality. Thoughts materialize and proper in front of us. This is monumentally important. Money is just a conduit, a channel to something else like freedom or security. The question is about a passion. We are not passionate about money. Maybe about money, what money would bring. But forget about money for a moment. We usually end up tolerating things because we are too afraid of the alternatives. For example, we might tolerate a relationship because we are too afraid of divorce. We might tolerate our 9 to 5 job because we are too afraid of starting our own business and failing. Or we might tolerate our diet because we are too afraid of trying to lose weight and failing, or what others might think about us. Something uncanny happens when we do this. We won't realize it right away, but our mind will start searching for ways to overcome those things that we have been tolerating for too long, have been holding us back in life. Watch, just do it, and we will see how it unfolds. Let us revisit the big goals that we gave up on. When we realize how short life is, we begin to understand why we can't sit around on our hands any longer, and that we need to revisit those big goals that we gave up on. There is no doubt that there can be no gain without pain. It is only when one toils and sweats it out that success is nourished and sustained. Thus, life is and should not be just a bed of roses. Thorns are also a part of it and should be accepted by us just as we accept the beautiful side of life. The thorns remained one of how success and happiness can be evasive, and thus not to feel disappointed and disheartened. Rather, remember that the pain of thorns is short lived, and the beauty of life would soon overcome the prick of thorns. Life is too short to live this way. It could just be our last day on earth for all we know. We always hear about people being taken from this world too suddenly. Some calamities strike and they are gone. Here one day and vanished the next, as if they were some memory. Life is meant to be lived. Don't wake up another day to live in fear. Let us embrace it. Life is beautiful but not always easy. It has problems. Also, the challenge lies in facing them with courage, letting the beauty of life act like a balm which makes the pain bearable during trying times by providing hope, happiness, sorrow, victory, defeat, day and night, or the two sides of the coin. We live in fear too often. We think that if we reach for something and fall flat on our faces, that is an end of everything. We failed miserably. We have learned more lessons through failure than anything else. It drives us, it motivates us to reach for more. Life is too short to allow it to slip through our fingers. Don't let a tragedy jar you away with you. You be awakened to that simple and realistic fact. Don't ignore this. Do it right here and right now. Be honest with yourself. Therefore, create a new set of empowering goals. Ever heard that saying, the best time to start any time? It's true. Rewrite your goals and create a solid plan of action. We can still go after goals that we had years and years ago. Don't make excuses. Life is too short for that. Create a new set of empowering goals that will fuel you and drive you forward. Don't be afraid to fail. As long as you don't give up, you won't fail. Just get back up and again and keep pushing. Self-satisfaction is not an option. When you look back at things, you will never think about the things you did. We will think about the chances we didn't take. It's tough to have regret like that at the end. We are so busy worrying about present day problems that we forget about the long term benefits of achieving our biggest and most outstanding goals. Go for it. Don't cover away in fear. Push and push. Our future self will most definitely thank us for it. For that, come up with compelling reasons to achieve our goals. How? We will always do more for others than we will do for ourselves. With that in mind, come up with some compelling reasons for achieving our goals. What can we do for others? What can we do for our family or friends? What matters most to us? That's what is important, not individualistic desires. We know that we are like us and that we would go out at our way for people close to us. We would do whatever it took if they are in danger. Wouldn't we? Well, why not do whatever it takes now, even if they are not in danger? What type of life can you provide for our family, or what value can we give to the world if we were to achieve our dreams? Figure that out and we will find the solution. Come up with reasons that we would quite literally give life and limb for. I'm not exaggerating. Think about it. In the past, didn't you do whatever it took to achieve something when we really wanted it badly? Of course, we did. That's the secret source right there. Therefore, let us overcome fears and succeed. Fear produces stress and anxiety. It engulfs us like a wildfire. We had the feeling, but it's also true that we have all overcome our fears in the past. Even if they were little ones, we have had breakthroughs. Get back to that point, mentally speaking. What situations can you recall right now where you overcome your fears to succeed? Even if it was something not major, that's okay. But don't just think about it. Write it down. Be descriptive. What were you thinking? What was going through your mind? How were you so afraid but were able to overcome it? What thought process did you have to go through to get there? In this regard, find out what we did to overcome the fear and see how it can help us. Be honest. The more honest we are, the better. We have to walk through the pain. We can't ignore it. In this regard, do something outside of our comfort zone. We all have a comfort zone. We know we have one. But pushing ourselves out of that is very important. Even it's something small. For example, if we are afraid of meeting new people, go to networking events and speaking to others. Push ourselves. It's only temporary discomfort. But the temporary discomfort could mean a lifetime of empowerment and comfort. It seems small, we know, but our little actions build up streets. It creates momentum. If we are deathly afraid of public speaking, find a way we can speak in public. Embrace the fear. Literally, life is too short to ignore it. It does not take too much to get this doing. If we are deathly afraid of heights, get on an airplane or go up a really tall building and peer down the side, whatever it takes. Our life is literally on the line here. It's easy to ignore fears rather than to embrace them. Something happens inside of our that's inexplicable. It cannot be explained. We change and it's for the better. It gives us fuel for the fire to achieve anything we want out of life. Nothing is impossible when we embrace our fears. Don't forget, remember it. So contribute something of value to help others. Helping to others is one of the most important things in life. We want to find ways to help the people around us, and we should too. We know why. Because life is about contribution. It's too short to only worry about ourselves. If we can find something that fuels us, that's bigger than just us, it gives us purpose. When we add value to the lives of others, an extraordinary transformation occurs. Imagine being able to make money doing something we love and also giving to other people at the same time. Of course, this is not just about making money. We should find ways to contribute in any way possible. Donate our time to help others solve some problem or just to lend a helping hand. If we have disposable income, consider donating some of it. Do something to make the world and the lives of others better. You will begin to attract good things in life. Life is beautiful but not always easy. It has problems also. And the challenge lies in facing them with courage, letting the beauty of life act like a balm which makes the pain bearable during trying times by providing hope. Happiness, sorrow, victory, defeat, day and night are the two sides of the coin. Similarly, life is full of moments of joy, pleasure, success, and comfort, punctuated by misery, defeated failures, and problems. There is no human being on earth, strong, powerful, wise, or rich, who has not experienced struggle, suffering, or failure. No doubt, life is beautiful and every moment is a celebration of being alive. But one should be always ready to face adversity and challenges. A person who has not encountered difficulties in life can never achieve success. Difficulties test the courage, patience, perseverance, and true character of human being. Adversities and hardships make a person strong and ready to face the challenges of life with equanimity. There is no doubt that there can be no gain without pain. Carefully evaluate whether our early career experience is relevant to the job we are applying for now. If it's not relevant, don't include it. Summarize early positions in is irrelevant and takes up space on the page. Finally, let us have some inspirational message about life. Life throws you 1,000 chances. All you have to do is Take one and have faith. Life is what we make it. Always has been, always will be. Life will become much easier when we will finally understand which hands to shake and which ones to hold. It's never too late. Never too late to start over. Never too late to be happy. Life is short, live it. Love is rare, grab it. Anger is bad, dump it. Fear is awful, face it. Memories are sweet, cherish it. The essential thing you can learn in life is giving and receiving love. Struggle will light your life in the darkness. Make yourself stronger to deal with them. Thus, we have to understand the essence of the life which is short. Let us make it small. Shrekantaय कल्याणनिधे निधेधनाम श्री वेंकटनिवासाय श्रीनिवासाय मंगलम मंगलाशासनपरे मदाचार्य पुरोगमे सर्वेश गुरुवैराचार्य सत्कृतायास्तु मंगलम.